Welcome to Rumi Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we may do, there's 3 cards, so whatever you're feeling into, whatever you want to create in your reality, I'd love for you to just tune into whether 1 feels light, or 2 feels light, or 3 feels lightest. 1, 2, or 3. And we may add, I love these ones, the Keepers of the Light from Kyle Gray.
Yeah, that's
So we're going to add some dimension to these cards. And we're also going to add, of course, the SCEO Earn Like a Boss. And these are my own cards. And Mary, you are getting one of these, but I'm adding some pendulums and pendants in for you as well. So I'm just in the process of.
I am looking forward to it whenever it comes.
Yay! Yeah, I can't wait. Every time I see you, I'm like, oh, I want to show you, but I can't. Show you the process of.
That's so much fun.
Okay, so tuning into 1, 2, or 3, and then I'm not going to look at these. I'm just going to pull 3 of these Keepers of the Light to go with these other cards, the Rumi cards. I'm tuning into what you're creating, what you're calling into your reality, into your world, what you're creating. We're going to get into Rumi, the Rumi card for number 1. If you have 1, 2, or 3 that you've chosen, this one is number 1. So this one, number 1, is a beautiful red cavern. And this is called Passion of the Wild Red Mother. Hold on. I've got my glasses. Get the teacher vibe on going here. Don't ask the conscious ones about the wine. Behold the glowing effect of it in the eyes of drunks.
Oh, that's
interesting. Funny. Thank you, Rumi. All right. So bring me your unreasonableness, your insanity, your love without reason, and your passion. The passion that makes you crazy and shoos all logical restraint from your mind. Leave your ordered thoughts, sensible plans, and appropriate attire at my door. Put on your animal fur and sing to me in gibberish. When my beautiful goats die, oh gosh, I make drums from their skins, and their spirit lives on in my passionate play. When my birds drop their feathers, I gather them and put them in my hair. Come drum with me, and I place feathers in your hair, and we honor the spirits of my animals. And your animal nature too, wild and free as you are in truth. Stick your tongue out and growl at those who try to tame you with guilt, shame, and fear. Do you think I give a damn for any of their silly games? Those games of reason and logic. Of course you should do it this way, they say. It makes sense. But I care not for which makes sense. I care for what brings you alive. Woo! That's some good energy there. So that's number 1. And number 1, we have with it, ooh, love it, Morya. So Morya, awakened presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So for all of those people who are saying, no, you have to do it this way, and you got to do this, and you have to do that way, and you got to show up this way, and you got to say this, and you can't do that. Wear a cloak of protection and love. And feel into that awakened presence. Beautiful. For the SCEO card, we have what is possible that I haven't been available to consider before now. So maybe we've been looking at, and I'm guilty of this. I look at all around me at all the people who are successful, who've done it, who have what I want in their hot little hand. And I look at them and I go, okay, so they've done it, and we hear this often. If you see someone who's done what you want to do or has what you want to have, you follow in their footsteps. So when we're trying to follow in those footsteps and follow down that already trudging path, the path has already been made, so we're trying to follow in their footsteps. Do you know how many times that I have fallen flat on my face because I've tried to put my feet directly into those footsteps of those other people? And I have fallen and fallen and fallen and fallen. If I had have just asked myself, what is possible that I haven't considered before now? Can I stick my tongue out and dance like a fool and growl at those people trying to tell me to follow in those footsteps and just do it my way? I would have gotten there years before now. So if we tune into that awakened presence, if we growl at those people trying to tell us to do things their way, and if we show up asking, what haven't I considered that really is possible? What potential am I not seeing that if I ask this question, what is possible that I haven't been available to consider before now? If we check in with that energy, what would that create? And that's really when we tune into, that's the question that we want to ask. What is this creating? What is this creating? Keep asking that question. What is this creating? And if somebody tries to tell us, no, you can't do it that way. Look at all these people before you. Look at all of these people before you who've done it. Look at all these people. We see this right now. This is really interesting because it's the energy of Mercury in astrology, right? Mercury goes every 14 years, I believe. And we see this with Mercury recurring. And a lot of the movies that we loved, now they're resurfacing them and they're redoing them. And we need to really pay attention to that. Because these new kids that are coming up the ranks, they need to be allowed and given the freedom to create new movies. Don't just recreate movies that we've seen. And we see this again. The movies from the 1920s, movies from the 1940s, movies from the 1960s, they recreate them. And that's fun. That's great. But how about we have the freedom, the license to be able to create new movies instead of just recycling those old stories and recycling those old rules. That's still trying to rein us in to no, you need to do it this way. That's programming us to see things, to see the world, to see relationships, to see love, to see money, to see abundance in a certain way. Follow in these footsteps. And I say, stick your tongue out and go, nope, you're going to do it my way. So that whole rant was for you, number one. Oh, number two, Mary, did you choose two?
Yes.
Aha. Got your energy on it. Beautiful. Oh, sacred phoenix heart. This is a phoenix. And Carolyn Mace says the phoenix rises from the ashes. So whatever we've been through, Those are the ashes that we rise from, no matter what we've been through. So the sacred phoenix heart. Rumi is a little gory, I gotta tell you. So under sacred phoenix heart, under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens. In total faith, love tenderly guides every lover to the garden of the heart. Reason says the world is limited in 6 directions. There's no way out. Love says there is a way, and I have traveled it many times. How I adore your defiant, rebellious heart. It knows that what for the mind is an end is for the heart simply another match to ignite the sacred flames. It eats of love until it is filled and then becomes hungry again and eats some more. And again and again. It eats of love until it is so full it must simply explode into a sacred fire of passion. It bursts, incapable of sustaining old consciousness. In the expanse of blessings unlimited, lavished upon it through the great beloved's affection, it would be like attempting to fit an ocean in a teacup. So it does not. It bursts forth like a dying star into spectacular radiance, only to be reborn again, new and hungry for the next feeding frenzy in love's great banquet. How I adore your defiant, spectacular heart.
Wow. Wow.
So there's a lot of energy here of that trying to shove the ocean into a thimble or a teacup, and coming back to one, trying to do things in a certain way, just explode. And I wrote about this a couple days ago in one of 3, when I talked about if I can't be and have and do all of me, then I want none of it. When we are creative, when we're multi-creatives, they try to put us in that thimble or teacup. So every day, wake up and think of that phoenix. Think of that energy. Think of that passion. Think of your heart saying, give me love to feed on. Give me love to feed on. And what is that love? Is our creativity. Is that passion. Is that momentum of energy coming up from the kundalini, coming up from the earth even, and bubbling up and wanting to explode. And we keep trying to put a lid on it. We've been taught, no, you can only do one thing. And then maybe when you retire, then you can maybe like dabble and do hobbies and these other things, but not until then. And I say, to hell with that. Be free to create what you desire. Be free to create from your very soul. And the Kyle Gray Keepers of the Light card is faith. So this looks like Mother Mary to me.
It does to me too.
Yeah. Humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. So when we are tuning into that desire, that energy in our own heart to want to create, it is in that that we need to have faith in. We give too much ownership to the rules, to the boundaries, to the limitations, to the expectations, to the point of views, to the judgments, to the rules. Did I say rules? There's a lot of rules from other people. And really it's that creative passion that is attempting to bubble up that we really need to have faith in and trust in that. And it's okay to say, I don't know what this card is from SCEO, but it's okay to say, I'm going to follow what feels good every day. There's also a rule and a point of view in the collective consciousness that it's wrong to only wake up in the morning and follow what feels good for me today. That's egotistical. That's conceited. No, it's not. If everybody on earth did that, the earth would be such a happy place. So this is beautiful, the Queen. How much of my feminine energy can I direct into commanding money to flow into my business today? So there's that Mother Mary, there's that Mary Magdalene, there's the Queen, there's the love energy. There's that phoenix rising from the ashes of tuning into that, what do I really want to create? And trusting and having faith in that energy, following that energy. So that is number 2. Yes. Well, and you and I, our last session, we talked about permission.
Yes, permission to do it. Yep. Yeah.
And
do it my way.
Your pink hat.
Yep.
And really that I was thinking about that yesterday. Tuning in and journaling on, was it the pink hat that I needed permission to wear? Or was it that I need or looking for desire, permission to actually just be myself?
Permission to be myself. I love
Do
that.
I have enough energy in building on the momentum of I can create energy to be myself? I can give myself permission to be myself. And in CRM, so coherence resonance mapping, Mary's done the training for CRM. And one of the latest whiteboards that I just created just a few days ago, when we're thinking about our whiteboard out in front of us, we often use the percentage because that's the easiest to bring to mind. So 0% on the left, 100% on the right. And we use that often when we check in with how available am I to give myself permission to show up as my true self, to wear what I want to wear, to say what I want to say, to create what I want to create, to be who I want to be. How safe is it? How available am I? How confident am I? How worthy do I feel that I am? So we use that percentage chart to tap into that percentage. And if it's a low percentage, then we flip it into the positive. So we create a positive anchor of if it's low of I'm not confident that I can give myself permission to be me, then we flip that into I am confident to give myself permission to be me, to show up as me, to speak from my true voice. So we flip it in the positive and then we shift it. So flip it and shift it. So we test that statement that's in the positive. I am confident that I can give myself permission to show up as me. And we test that percentage. And if it's a low percentage, then we grab it and we drag it kicking and screaming up to 100%. So there is a new word that I just last couple days developed. And these whiteboard tools that first start off as a pendulum chart, and there will be a pendulum book coming.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. These keep evolving. So Mary, I'm going to send you a voice message
Okay.
with this new whiteboard, because I don't think we talked about it during our session.
No.
But it's very powerful. But I'd love for you to just keep tuning into that. I give myself permission to be my truest version of myself. All right, number 3, and just a reminder that even if you chose number 1 or number 2 or number 3, if there are components that we've talked about from the other cards that resonate with you, plug them in and play. Incorporate them into your daily routine of mapping, we call it. So we map the emotions in our body daily to make sure that we are coherent with our goal, with our target, with our desires. So 3 is Hand of Fatimah. This gorgeous, gorgeous card. Hand of Fatimah. So I gotta get me my glasses. I can never leave you, not for a moment, not for an hour. You are in everything I do. You are my everything. My drink is your sweetness. I move to your command. I am a surrendered prey in your hands, and you are my consuming lion. Your soul and my soul are truly one soul. I swear to our one soul I long for no one but you. In the garden of your grace, I am only a germinating sprout. The crown of my blooming is the desire to be in your arms. So my hand watches over you. It brings you blessings and comfort, protection and grace. Radiant with divinity am I, and you are my child, my beloved, my angel, and my body too. I shall never leave you. Turn your inner eye to me and see the light of my grace in your heart. You cannot be harmed. You cannot be defiled. You can only ever be what you are, me, alive, radiant with love. So that is the Hand of Fatimah from Rumi. Thank you, Rumi. With this is, and we had this one, I think we had this one in the first Rumi Tuesday. The Divine Connector. We had the Queen Archetype as well.
Yes.
The Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So know you're being guided. And that's from that Rumi card. Turn your eye inward. Know that you're being guided. And it comes back to that trust. Trusting yourself, trusting your passion, trusting your heart. As we turn inward and know that we are being guided, know that we're always connected to that highest dimensional self, to God, to source, to universe. That trust is so, so very important. So this is the shadow archetype of the martyr that comes up. And this is, what success could I create if I stopped neglecting my worth and gave myself the love that I previously reserved just for others.
Oh my God.
So what success could I create if I stopped neglecting my worth and gave myself, I almost said myself, permission, because we were just talking about that, gave myself the love that I've previously reserved just for others? What could you create? Thoughts?
It all seems to stem from loving yourself and trusting source. And I love the happiness is my purpose.
Mm,
I love that.
yes. Yeah. Yeah, and I think you and I both, we follow Mike Dooley. He talks about happiness all the time.
Yes.
And, you know, he says that if you focus on the image of you being just blissfully happy from that card number one, when you're, you know, just drunk on that happiness, you're so ecstatic. And when you see yourself and repeat that image of, oh my gosh, I'm so happy, you're ordering that. You're telling your reticular activating system, you're telling your subconscious mind, you're telling the universe, you're telling God, I want more of that. The vibration that we sit in most frequently is what we get more of. Because when we're focusing what you're in, where your attention goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, creation goes. You create from that vibration, from that attention, from that intention, from that awareness, from that energy. So when you're sitting in that happiness, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. And Mike Dooley says that's, you know, the universe, God, source knows how to get you there faster than you ever could. It's the GPS in your car. You just have to put in happiness as your destination, and then the universe gives you the directions. Turn left here, turn right here, go straight. So if we focus on that happiness, and I, you know, talk about Dr. Joe Vitale. He was in The Secret, and he talked about, you know, I don't have I think I do have a pencil somewhere. I have a pen. So he didn't have anything. He was homeless on the streets of Houston. And this heat wave that we're having right now in Canada, I couldn't imagine Houston. He talked about sitting in Houston, being homeless. He had a pencil, and he just was so damn grateful for that pencil. And as much as he could, he thought about that gratitude and what he could. He, you know, brainstormed and played with the idea of what he could create with that pencil. So it doesn't matter what you have and what you don't have. When we're focusing on what we don't have, we get more of what we don't have. When we focus on I have not, we get more have not. We really, I really don't care if your cupboard only has stale crackers in it. That's the time that you need to focus on, damn, I'm grateful for those stale crackers. You need to try it. We need to try to focus on what we have. I have this. I'm so grateful for this. I love this. Even when I was going through a really, really hard time, really, really, really hard time, and I laid down in bed and I said, oh, this pillow. I love this pillow. I love my bed. I love my cats. I love my dog. Even if it's a pillow that you have, you know, and I think of, I don't know if you saw the movie The Jerk with
Yes.
Steve Martin.
Yes.
Such a funny movie. But near the end of the movie, when he was leaving, he's like, all I have is this pen and this cup. And he's going around his house and he's picking up these just ridiculous things in this chair, right? This is all I have. And he made millions and millions of dollars. And I don't know what happened. I can't remember the movie now, but he had to leave and he was just taking a few things as he's going out the door, right?
Yeah.
Be like Steve Martin. Like,
Yeah.
don't do it from that place of like, oh, poor me, like Eeyore syndrome, I call it. But do it from a place of, I'm so damn grateful for this chair that my butt is on right now. Even though, like, I've got it, I don't know which side it is. It's this side. I've got to glue it. It's falling apart. I need to be gluing it together, but it's like an old antique chair. So be grateful. Be grateful for, and I promise you, I don't know who this is for, but I promise you, if you focus more on the haves and not the have-nots, if you focus on more of the haves, and Mary can attest to this with some things in her life, when she implemented the tools, man, you implement the tools and you see the results, and it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. And just we'll end with, we'll end with, I've learned that emotion and the power of a strong emotion collapses space and time. Now, really think about that. Strong, powerful emotion collapses space and time. What do I mean? What the heck am I talking about? When you think of a strong emotional trauma, or happy emotional event, your wedding day, or a childhood trauma of the first time you got your hand slapped by your mom or dad. You can't have that. First time you were maybe spanked. You know, I'm almost 50. We got spanked, man, when we were kids. So when you think about that, 0 to 10, how much does that feel like that was 5 days ago?
Huh.
You got 0 to 10. You gonna share?
When you think about it, it's like you're right there having that experience again. It was the first seminar I gave at a high school, a financial management, money management seminar. One of the kids, some of the kids were talking. One of the kids stood up and said, "Shut up," or whatever they said at the time. "I want to hear this. This is important." And after I went out to my car, and I was euphoric. I was absolutely euphoric. This was something I was supposed to do. And then
Yes.
I did it for like 15, 20 years after that. So, but when you said that, it was like, yes, when I think of being in that car and that euphoric feeling, it is like it was like just 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Like I was there in that car feeling
Yes. So emotion collapses space and time.
that. Wow.
And that's why Neville Goddard says feeling is a secret. Feeling is the secret. So if you want more of these, tools on how to collapse in time, like a master, I do have a program that's called Manifest in Your Sleep. And we're starting in July. So if you want information on Manifest in Your Sleep, then send me a message. And the message, just write me like manifest. Send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, or email, reply to one of the emails if you're on the list with the subject manifest, and I'll give you the deets It's a group program, so there's going to be a bunch of people. I'd like it to be a little bit small, so I'm only going to bring in 10 people-ish. There's going to be guest speakers. So if you'd like more information, let me know. But really think about that. Really think about collapsing space and time. And how can we use that to your advantage to get you not just one step closer to your desire, but feeling the feeling of your desire being in your hand. That's what we want. We don't want those trudging through those steps of somebody else. We want to figure it out how you can best hold your desire in your hand. Not one step closer, not, oh, okay, well, it'll just be another month or two. No, now. Now. We're creating it now. We're collapsing space and time, and we're creating your desire now. So manifest in your sleep. Let me know if you want details on that. Send me a message. And Mary, do you have any questions from this card poll? Closing comments?
No, I really like you doing this. If you do it every Tuesday, that's fine. If you do it once a month, that's fine. But I really enjoy it. It's really helpful. At least it's helpful for me. I'm sure it'll be helpful for other people as well. Whatever you do is helpful. So I thank you. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I'm so glad. That was really cool that I felt your energy on card too. That was awesome.
Weird. I shouldn't say it's weird. It's normal for you. So
it's normal for me. Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
So I will try to get all of this information down. This will probably be, if Mary, you're okay with this being on YouTube.
Yeah, that's fine. Yes.
Mary does have a YouTube video as well. So if you'd like, I can tag your YouTube so people can follow you, because Mary does some amazing things, and she's going to be bringing some videos to YouTube about becoming an author, writing your story, creating your art. She teaches kids about finance. She's not a Jill of all trades like I am, but she's a Mary of all trades for sure.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You are welcome. And yeah, you guys, let us know down below which card you chose and if that blew your mind and if that is going to help you create like you mean it.
Yeah.
And I will see you guys next time for Rumi Tuesday or for another one of these videos. Until next time, thank you, Mary, so much for joining me live. And I will see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.